Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865, but did he ever truly leave? For over a century, sightings of his ghost have haunted the White House. Is it legend, or is Lincoln still watching? Tonight, we uncover the mystery of the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. It was the night of April 14, 1865. The American Civil War had just ended. The country was celebrating the victory of the Union. But President Abraham Lincoln had one last engagement to attend a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. As he sat in his private box, John Wilkes Booth, a Confederate sympathizer, slipped into the theater, pulled out a pistol, and fired a single shot to the back of Lincoln's head. The president slumped forward, mortally wounded. Booth leapt onto the stage, shouting, "Sic semper tyrannis! Thus always to tyrants!" Lincoln was carried across the street to a boarding house, where he lay unconscious for hours. At 7:22 a.m. on April 15, 1865, he took his last breath. As his body was prepared for burial, many believed this was the end of Lincoln's story. But in reality, it was just the beginning of something far stranger. Not long after Lincoln's death, whispers of his lingering presence in the White House began to spread. Staff members, guards, and even members of Lincoln's own family reported strange occurrences: knocks on doors with no one there, footsteps echoing in empty halls, and an overwhelming feeling that they were being watched. One of the earliest reports came from Mary Todd Lincoln, the president's grieving widow. Devastated by his death, she claimed to have seen Lincoln's spirit multiple times in the White House. But she was not alone. Visitors to the Lincoln bedroom, originally Lincoln's office, described feeling sudden drops in temperature, witnessing unexplained shadows, and, in some cases, seeing the ghostly figure of Lincoln himself standing by the window, gazing out over the Capitol. But it wasn't just civilians and staff who experienced these encounters. Over the years, some of the most powerful people in the world would come face to face with the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. One of the most famous Lincoln ghost encounters involved none other than Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Britain during World War II. Churchill, known for his sharp wit and skepticism, was staying at the White House when something extraordinary happened. According to his own account, Churchill had just taken a bath, and was walking naked across his room, smoking a cigar, when he suddenly saw Abraham Lincoln standing by the fireplace. Without missing a beat, Churchill, still holding his cigar, simply said, "Mr. President, you have caught me at a disadvantage." Lincoln's ghost reportedly smiled before vanishing into thin air. But Churchill was not the only world leader to encounter Lincoln's spirit. Dutch Queen Wilhelmina, while visiting the White House, was awakened in the middle of the night by a knock at her door. When she opened it, she was shocked to see Lincoln standing in the hallway, wearing his signature top hat. She fainted on the spot. Even First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, though she never saw Lincoln's ghost directly, often spoke of an overwhelming feeling that she was being watched when she worked in the Lincoln bedroom late at night. But what if Lincoln himself had foreseen his own ghostly fate? In an eerie twist, just days before his assassination, Lincoln confided in his close friends and his wife about a terrifying dream. In this dream, Lincoln wandered through the White House, hearing the sound of sobbing and wailing. As he entered the East Room, he saw a coffin draped in black, surrounded by soldiers on guard. He turned to one of them and asked, "Who has died in the White House?" The soldier's answer chilled him to the bone. "The president. He was assassinated." Shaken by this vision, Lincoln awoke, unsure of what it meant. But just days later, the dream would become a tragic reality. Some believe that Lincoln's spirit still walks the halls of the White House, because he knew his work was not finished. Even in modern times, reports of Lincoln's ghost have not stopped. White House staffers, Secret Service agents, and even presidents themselves have reported strange occurrences in the Lincoln bedroom. President Ronald Reagan once said that his dog would refuse to enter the Lincoln bedroom, barking wildly at something unseen. During the Clinton administration, guests staying in the room reported seeing a tall figure in a black coat standing near the bed, only to disappear when they blinked. So what does this mean? Is Lincoln's spirit truly haunting the White House? Or is it simply a legend, kept alive by the echoes of history? One thing is certain: Abraham Lincoln's legacy did not end in 1865. Whether in history books, in the hearts of the American people, or perhaps even in the quiet, shadowed halls of the White House, the Great Emancipator still remains. The ghost of Abraham Lincoln remains one of America's greatest supernatural mysteries. For over 150 years, his spirit has reportedly walked the corridors of power, watching, listening, waiting. But for what? Is it unfinished business? A warning? Or just the echo of a soul taken too soon? What do you believe? Is Lincoln still watching over the nation he fought to save? Or are these stories simply myths, woven into the tapestry of American history? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is undeniable: if ghosts truly exist, then surely Abraham Lincoln has every reason to stay.